Welcome, everybody, to the Godly Trading Podcast. This is Nick Bradford. I am the son of Pepper Bradford over here, and he is the writer of the Trading with Joy book. I don't know what kind of intro that is, but okay. Roll with it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So last week was a great rolling start to our teaching Nick how to trade.
Yes.
And I know some of you may have said it oscillated somewhere between a dumpster fire and a train wreck. I appreciate the feedback, the very honest, brutal feedback.
We will always take
Today we're going to take a step back. That's right. I'll take any feedback. Any feedback is good. Today we're going to take a step back and we're going to do the very first step that we like for anybody who's interested in trading to do, which is to take a brutal self-assessment of, okay, you want to trade. That's fantastic. When are you going to do it? If you are like me, or worse yet, if you are like Nick, you wake up in the mornings and you go to bed at night and your day is busy the entire time in between those two. You're like, okay, when? At what point do I say, here's some time I'm taking away to trade? I mean, Nick, I'm assuming that your life is just as busy as mine, if probably not more, because I'm twice your age.
Days are busy. They kind of range from day to day. There's no 2 days that have ever been the same for past little while now.
Do you think that you are representative of your generation in the busyness of your day?
Depends on which part of the generation. The social media side versus the real world side, I would say.
I mean, just you as a 21-year-old who's trying to make it on his own in the world, your day's full.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, eggs are expensive, so just the price of eggs is a day's work.
So this is what we give to any new trader or anybody who's interested in trading. And by the way, I've got this PDF file that will be available as a download at the bottom of this file, or rather, Chris, the editor, will have that for everyone to download if you want to take this self-assessment, same as Nick is about to go through. So Nick, if you will pop up your face and the PDF file, we'll dive right into it. This is, hey, when can I trade? Well, we're not even worried about the what am I going to trade. We're not worried about the how am I going to trade. First thing we do is, do you have time to trade? So
I've come to ask.
Take it away, Nick.
Time to trade.
If you have to ask, you probably don't. You probably no. That is not true. Let me just say that to everybody out there while Nick is doing this on his end, and you let me know with a thumbs up if you got it ready to go on your end, Nick. I haven't yet run across somebody who didn't have time to trade some way.
Yes.
They might not be able to trade the way they have in their brain that says this is what a trading is, but we're going to find out a way. All right, so question number one in this whole exercise.
Can I be Nick, a computer all day, every day?
Your reading out loud skills from time to time, you haven't been all that
good. They don't work.
Confident.
They don't work. I will try to do some of these. Why does it say exercise 2?
I forget what exercise number 1 is. Exercise number 1 is, I don't know, put in your credit card or something. I don't know. Open the book. Exercise number 2. So I'll read these out so they're not putting that much pressure on you.
Not much pressure.
You'll answer. Question 1. Can Nick be at my computer all day, every day? And I don't mean like 24 hours a day. I mean during the course of your work day, during the course of a market day.
Personal.
Can you be at your computer from 8-ish to 5-ish or 6-ish? Yes or no?
Personal computer or like work. I mean, does it matter about the computer?
Any computer.
Oh yeah. Can you be at my computer all day long?
Fantastic. And that's the answer I get from a lot of people. Oh yeah. I work, in an office setting. I can be at my computer all day long. Fantastic. Can I devote my full attention to my computer during that time?
No.
Yes or no? And when I say full attention, I mean
no, absolutely.
Do I have to get into the bathroom? Do I get interrupted with meetings? Nick, let me ask you a question.
The answer to that question is no.
Have you ever been in your office and you're just walking from A to B? Maybe you're going to the bathroom, maybe you're going to the lunchroom, whatever it is. And somehow a meeting broke out around you while you were like, I am just trying to get to the bathroom, but now there's 5 people and we're discussing that seminar from last week or that report. Like, how did a meeting break out whilst I was walking from A to B? Does that ever happen to you?
Similarly, it's more like I will walk to go ask someone a question or walk to go talk to someone, and then suddenly like my boss or someone else will just kind of like come in and be like, hey, what was this going on here? And I'm just like, I don't No, what are we talking about? I was just going to say hi to Justin.
So when we say, can I devote my full attention to my computer, what this really means is my full trading attention. All right. If I'm sitting down to trade, can I give it the entire time that I'm sitting down all day long? Can I give it 100% of my focus?
There's only
And the answer for a lot of people,
you realize.
And the answer for Nick apparently is no.
No.
So if you answered yes to both of those questions, by the way, if you are following along at home and you said, yes, I can be at my computer all day, every day if I need to be, and I can give my computer, my trading, my full attention during that time. If you answered yes, then you can skip to the end of this trading assessment. And there are very few people. If you're retired, you got nothing else to do, there are some people who can do it. But for the most of us, we cannot. So moving on to question 3. Can I be at my computer for part of each day? Well, we know you can because you're already at your computer for part of each day. Can I devote your full trading attention to your computer for part of that day? Is there any part of the day where you can say, I'm going to block out the noise and devote attention to trading at my computer, whether it's lunch break or 15-minute break or whatever, part of a day, there's no, whatever that means to you.
I mean, yeah, it's not hard for me to do.
And that also means the same part of the day every time I want to do this. So like, some people, like I'm a government employee, right? We've got a federal mandated, well, not federal, but anyway, a lot of people have a lunch break that's in the spot. I got a lunch break every day this spot.
Oh, wait.
Some people are like,
I didn't realize you had a specified lunch time.
No, I do not.
Okay.
Some of the crew do though. Because, it's different for everybody. But there are people who say, yes, I've got a regular schedule in my day, and I know exactly every single day when I can take away. Some people are like, yeah, I'm at my computer. My day is a bag of cats every day, and who knows when I'm gonna be able to do a thing.
What?
Yeah, I know, bag of cats. I heard that. I think Bruce Banner said that of Loki's brain in the first Avengers movie.
Okay.
His brain is a sack of cats. So can you devote your full attention to your computer during whatever part of the day you have set aside? You say, okay.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully, yes. Fantastic. If you answered yes to both of them, move on to the next question. If you answered no to either one of these questions, So, question number 5. When can you trade? And this is a big question. And this is one that I stress for everybody. Take an honest assessment. If you say, oh, maybe I can squeeze in. No. Same day, same time of day, same way every time. I said same day. Whether that's
every day
once a week.
That's the same day.
Or every day. The last thing you want to do is say, I'll figure it out. And then find yourself like some random friend of mine that is not at all me, find yourself driving down the interstate at 70 miles an hour with a laptop open on the seat next to you trying to day trade while you're dodging traffic.
We are not held liable for any accidents that may happen while watching Godly Trading podcasts.
No one did that. That's
you say
AI
that now.
Said that. I say that now. I've seen people do all manner of things on the road, and I'm sure trading is one of them. But trading,
most of the time, if someone has
consistent
a laptop
returns
out in their car, it's so that way they can adjust the rates in their cars. Granted, I can't say much. Last time I had a laptop out in my car, I was doing a programming file.
Well, let's not try to trade at 70 miles an hour. 15 maybe. So we want to be able to set aside a specific time on a regular basis. Some people say I'm going to do it an hour every morning. Some people say an hour every evening. Some people say 4 hours a day. I got a buddy. You're going to be interviewing my buddy, Brian. Trades for 30 minutes a week because all he's got is Monday evenings. The rest of the week is full, and that's fine.
30 minutes.
So the question is, at some, 30 minutes a week. Huh. I've got one trading strategy that's 30 minutes a month. So the question is not, can I do it ever? The question is,
30 minutes. What?
Can I say? Remember we talked about I wake up in the morning and I go to bed at night, and during the course of a day, my day is full. And I'm going to reach in there and grab something that belonged to some other activity and say, this is trading now.
Yeah.
Can we set that in stone? All right. So Nick, Is there a time during the course of your week where you can say, I can devote, and for right now, we're going to say an undetermined period of time to trading? Is that a yes or a no?
Brain, hold up, say that again.
Is there a time during the course of the week
Okay.
that you can say, every single time that I'm picking, I can devote time to trading? I'm not yet going to define how long it is. Maybe it's 2 seconds, maybe it's 2 hours, but I will be able to pick a time on a regular basis, and I'll be able to do it the same way. Maybe it's every Tuesday lunch, right? Maybe it's every day at lunch. Maybe it's every day at 6:30 in the evening, that kind of a thing. So do you think that in your busy schedule, daily or weekly, you can find time to set aside on a regular basis that same time to trade?
I would say probably, yeah. Most likely. I mean, it may not be
Well, good.
the exact same time every day just because I never really have a. I mean, I don't even know what time I'm getting home most days just because of traffic getting across the bay is terrible.
I'll
But
bet.
most of the time.
By the way, the bay there is not the bay. There's Mobile Bay. For
Yeah,
those of you who
Mobile
wonder what
Bay.
kind of bay Nick is talking about, Mobile Bay, which has a tunnel that goes under it and then over it. I don't know why there's a tunnel that goes under and over it.
I don't know.
But so now this is the question number 6 is probably the most important one.
A long time.
How long can I trade during that period of time? All right, what can I devote to it? Can you devote at least 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Can you devote an hour? But 15 minutes is sort of if you can do it 15 minutes a day, that's fantastic. And then question 7 and 8 there, these are the sort of the last ditch effort. If you answered no to 5 and 6, number 7, can I be at my computer at any point during the week? Most people can say yes to that. And can I devote my full attention to my computer during that time? Now, you've already said yes, I can do it. But let's say that somebody out there says, look, my day is, I'm an Uber driver. I never know when I'm going to have a blank period of time. Or
Yes,
I'm an on-call physician. I never know. So, okay, is there any block of time during the entire week? Maybe it's Sunday afternoon. Maybe it's Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Maybe it's whatever it is. Can you devote one block of time a week? And then if you answered no to all of the questions, let us know. We'll pray for you. But honestly,
it's
if you-
understandable.
it is. But it is also one of priorities. I have a hard time. I haven't found anybody yet who didn't get to 8 and say, I don't know when I can do it. I said, okay, have you ever found yourself spending 15 minutes a day scrolling on Instagram? Like, oh, well, so then, see, it's all a question of priorities at that point.
Hey,
what are you
have
willing to
one
give up?
Specific day that you, or one specific time of the day that you decide, you know what, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette, sit outside, whatever it is. Take the laptop with you.
Whatever it is. That's absolutely true. So, then moving on now, 8 and 9, what days can I trade? Let's say that you say my daily schedule is always in flux, but my weekly schedule is a little more regular. Okay, well, what days of the week can you trade? And when can I trade on that day? I've got a guy that I know, he's off every Thursday. And he knows he can trade all day long if he wants to on Thursdays. The other week, maybe he could, maybe he couldn't, but he knows he's off on Thursdays. And so this again, how long can I trade during that time period?
Yeah.
So let's say your name is Nick, and you say, okay, I'm gonna pick something. Nick, let us know what you're going to pick. Are you gonna try? Are you gonna pick a day a week? Are you gonna pick maybe 2 or 3 days a week? Are you gonna pick 15 minutes a day? When can you set aside to trade and set that in stone so that you develop consistency and discipline, doing it the same time, the same way, that kind of thing? And this is where people trip up. I don't know when I can do it. I don't know what I want to do. Start small. Say, I'm going to devote 1 hour a week to this. That kind of a thing. Or 3 hours a week, or whatever it is. I mean, we're all here to watch Nick learn how to trade.
The easiest thing that would be easiest for me. What would be easiest for me is just doing. I mean, I can say, okay, 15 minutes on my lunch, just because there's no specified time for my lunch because I go whenever I want. But I can just 15 minutes whenever I do my lunch, take my laptop with me and go do trades. It's not. I mean,
there you go. I mean, 15 minutes a day is plenty for some trading styles.
Yeah.
So let's jump into the answers. All right, Nick. Go to the self-assessment analysis. And so if you answered yes to questions 1 and 2, it's a lot of words there. Do you want to read all those words?
No, I really do.
Okay. You really do not?
I really do not. My dyslexia.
If you answered yes to questions 1 and 2, which is questions 1 and 2 was, hey, can you be at your desk all day? Can you be at your computer all day long and devote your full attention? Then the good news is you can trade anything. Anything. If you have all day, every day to devote to nothing but trading, you can scalp, you can do high frequency trading if you got a fast enough computer, you can do swing. The world is your oyster.
High frequency?
Most people are not that.
What the heck is high
frequency?
Okay,
at the risk of losing the audience.
The risk of losing.
There are 4 basic time frames of trading for the average you and me trader. There's scalping, there's day trading, there's swing trading, and there's position trading. And the only difference there is how long you devote to it and how long your trades last. Scalping says I'm buying, I'm selling. Buying and selling. Literally, click, 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 click. I get in at 1001, I get out at 1002. We talked about it last time. You're making very, very, very small amounts of money, lots of time during the day. That's scalping. Day trading says I'm getting in at 1, I'm giving it 5 minutes, I'm giving it 10 minutes, I'm giving it 30 minutes to maybe an hour, and I'm getting out at 150. Right, that kind of a thing. Swing trading is I'm going to get in today and I'm going to let it go a couple days, maybe a couple of weeks, and I'm out.
The swing trading sounds just pretty much do it when you want, like kind of.
Swing trading is the most flexible.
Okay.
It is the easiest. It's what we're going to be doing, I suspect. It's the easier for people to get into.
Okay.
And it is the one that enables people who have a general idea of time, but don't want to lock themselves into, 2:37 every single afternoon, that kind of a thing.
Such a specific.
And then position trading is just simply, say what?
I said such a specific time. Is that when you go and do your
such
tradings?
A specific time? No, I do my trading at 3:30 every afternoon.
That's probably gonna be when I do mine.
Position trading is simply taking swing trading up one extra level. So your trades last anywhere from several weeks to a couple of months. It's basically one step below investing. The only real difference between trading and investing that long term is that investors don't generally have an exit strategy, that a set first take profit, second take profit, and I'm out exit strategy.
Yeah.
And investors generally don't go short. Now, you asked about high frequency trading. You ever heard of Robinhood?
Like the dude who stole from the rich and gave to the poor.
Not the cartoon fox from Disney, but
okay.
the stock trading app.
Okay.
You've heard of Robinhood?
Robinhood,
okay.
Yeah.
So how does Robinhood make money doing everything for free for people? Well, Robinhood sells your trade. If you say I, Nick, want to buy 1 share of Apple for $234 at, let's say I want to buy it at $234.05. And you hit send on your app to buy that share. What Robinhood does is it sells that transaction to BlackRock or some big boy. And their computers are fast enough that it goes out and races ahead of you hit send, and your order is working its way at the speed of almost light. It's working its way towards the server that's going to do the thing.
Oh.
BlackRock sends a signal much faster, way ahead, buys 1 share of Apple for $234.051 and zips itself back and sells it to you for $235.052. So it's scalping at the speed of light, and it's front running. It'd be the same thing if you went to buy a.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I remember seeing, if I'm correct, a video of how that works with fiber. All the fiber has to be the same length.
Yes.
So it has to be pooled wherever.
And people
they kind of sit it.
Companies do their best to make sure the fiber is as short as possible. I mean, they're talking about I don't know what the fraction of a second they're talking about is, but HFT, high frequency trading, requires incredible amounts of money. But essentially, it would be like going to the Chevy dealership saying, "I want to buy this car for $1,000," and as the salesman is going, "Okay," somebody else runs out and buys a car for $999 and runs over and sells it to you for $1,000 before the salesman can, that's it. So if you can be at your computer all day, every day and devote, you can do anything, including if you want to attempt at high frequency trading. We don't do that here. So question B, or answer B, if you answered yes to question 3 and 4 or no of them, you can still have all the options available to you with some limitations. If you can be at your computer for a chunk of every single day and devote your time to it, a chunk of every single day, then you can still scalp and day trade. Well, how can you do that? Well, if you can't be at your computer at all, during from 8:30 to 3 hour time, you're not trading the U.S. stock market. But if you can be at your computer for an hour a day during that time, you can scalp the U.S. stock market because you've got plenty of time to do it. You can day trade if you're really good the U.S. stock market because you've got some time to do it.
I can't hear you talk about scalping without thinking about the GPU market, the graphics card market. NVIDIA just released the 50 series, and scalping goes for...
I saw a video about you do this, and your house burns down with NVIDIA's thing.
Oh, yeah, they have a connector. They invented a new... invented a new connector, 12-pin power adapter, or 12-pin high wattage power adapter. And if you don't plug it in 100% correctly, it can actually melt the entire thing and cause your house to burn.
Fun times.
Yeah.
When people my generation hear scalping, we think Dances with Wolves and the whole Indian thing. But anyhow, if you answered no to questions 1 through 4, that's where they cut the top of your head off. Literally, they cut your scalp off. Yeah. Anyway, coming down here, and we'll skip ahead for the people who are watching and listening. The basic premise is once you get away from I can be at my computer during an open market for an hour or two and devote my full attention to my trades during that hour or two. Once you answer no to that, I can't do that. Day trading is off the table for most people. Now, having said that, there is a way around that. If you really want to be a day trader, and a lot of people too, nobody remembers that the Forex market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So you can absolutely day trade the Forex market any time of day.
Yeah.
Except from 4 to 5 hour time. It's actually, you don't want to, but you could. So you could absolutely you could sit down in the evenings while you're watching TV and day trade the Tokyo Forex session from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Day trade at night. One of the best times of all to day trade the Forex is I
guess opposite.
Is that a DC thing?
Okay.
Yeah. So, but for most people who have a job like you and I,
yes,
the answer is down here in answer C is that swing trading is the answer for you. And honestly, I believe that most people need to start off with swing trading because it is the easiest way to fit trading into your existing lifestyle. The last thing anybody wants to do is to bite off more than they can chew when it comes to trading money. People don't realize that sometimes that day trading is unrealistic. I was watching, me, the Baptist, was watching a video of a priest this past week talking about what to pick for Lent, to giving up for Lent. I know. I went to Mass, Ash Wednesday Mass with Michael, and he got the thing, and I did not. But anyway, the guy was saying, hey, a lot of people say I'm going to... What?
What think?
They take ashes and they put it on your forehead in the shape of a cross. And so as you're walking around town, you'll see people walking around with a cross. And no, those aren't weirdos. Those are Catholics. And they went to Mass this morning. They got a cross put on their forehead. Of course, my first question to Michael was like, what are these ashes from? How do they get the ashes?
That's just the choir's cigarette ashtray that they...
Yours is much less dark than mine. Is this the ashes of all the saints that have died this past year and been cremated? He's like, no. Stop it, you ignorant Baptist. These are the ashes of the palms from Palm Sunday. But anyway. Point of the priest was making. What? Yeah, so they palm branches that back in the end of Matthew they laid down in front of Jesus as he's going into Jerusalem.
Yes.
We have Palm Sunday where we still put a palm. So apparently after the Palm Sunday, because Palm Sunday's later. right, afterwards, and they burn those, and then the next year they keep the ashes, and that's what goes on your forehead. 40 Days of Lent is starting. The guy's point, before I got derailed with this squirrel, was that pick something realistic. Don't pick something that's like, I'm going to give up food for the next 40 days. I'm going to give up breathing for the next 40 days. Well,
yeah, I'm going to
same
stop
way in
breathing
trading.
for the next 40 days.
There you go. And then I will have my ashes smeared on somebody's forehead next year.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. This is taking a turn for the worse. So swing trading is the best realistic starting point for most people, because as long as you can develop consistency, I'm going to look at it the same time every time I look at it. Now, maybe it's not every day. It doesn't need to be every day. It needs to be at least once a week. It needs to be a couple of times a week, but it doesn't have to be.
Who says you have to look at it once a day? I'll look at it once a month. It should be fun.
Look, I've
What's
got
the worst that could happen?
I have a strategy that I trade myself. It's called the wheel strategy. It's options. It's basically swing trading, and it's an hour a week. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. It's an hour a month. For 1 hour a month, I initiate my swing trades on the option strategy, the wheel, and I don't touch it for another month.
Okay, that makes it sound like if anybody has ever seen Good Mythical Morning or like Wheel of Fortune, like the Wheel of Mythicality, where it's just like, all right, spin, we're trading the euro today. All right.
Yeah, it's like is that the one where it was hey, shrimp and grits, will it burrito? That kind of thing.
That is Good Mythical Morning, or Gut Check, where they try something and rate it 1 through 100 based off of their initial, and then they pull the first 4. Yes, continue.
Back to the point of this particular podcast, as people are watching this saying, "Why am I listening to these two fools?"
Apparently, because they enjoy it.
It sounds like you can devote a certain amount of time. So let's call it 15 minutes a day. Then you are in luck. You can swing trade, and especially if you are able to do it during the course of a day, you can swing trade anything. If you couldn't get to your computer until the evening, stock market might be out, because you do need to be able to send that order when the market's open. With a lot of platforms, sometimes from like Robinhood will do it the next day.
Yeah.
But if you can devote 15 minutes a day, you can do it on Cash App. Absolutely. If you can devote 15 minutes during the course of a day, anything is available to you right now, to be honest, from a swing trading standpoint, because you're just looking at it a little bit at a time, and your time frame is longer. So good news there is Nick has been through the questionnaire that we have everybody go through, and he's landed about where I thought. And hey, he passed his test.
I passed my test.
I think the last test that I'm aware of that you failed, I think, was your eye exam, right? Because that's when they found out you were colorblind. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Well,
I'm sorry. All right, everyone out there in the audience, I just need to just bear Nick's soul here for a second here. And I need you all to pray for him, because he's under a delusion. All right, I'm going to ask the question, Nick. What color is peanut butter?
It is green. Peanut butter is green. How are you eating?
All right, thanks everybody for being here. Thank you. We appreciate it. We're going off the air now. Nick is
No, we're not stopping there. No, how are you eating brown peanut butter?
Hang on. Peanuts themselves are brown.
Green.
So when you mash
peanuts are
brown peanuts, so you're saying that the roasted peanuts in a jar,
yes,
are green.
The not the actual shell itself, but the actual peanut has a green tint to it. I would say it's like a brownish green, like a tan green. Really? I'm not winning this one now.
Okay. Somebody put in a comment down below.
Yeah.
If you're normal person, right? Comment below. I need Nick to see this. If your peanut butter is green, what do you do? What do you do with that peanut butter if it turns up green one day? I'm not gonna say it. Put down in the comments below. What do you do if your peanut butter is green? All right. So Nick is going to be a swing trader, and next time we're going to dive back into Frank and start explaining how Frank works and the entire philosophy of one of these very dead simple. I'm not even going to bother explaining why Frank is called Frank, because Nick's not going to get it. It was from Saturday Night Live 50 years ago.
I understand who Frankenstein is.
Well, it's actually was Generalissimo, General Francisco Franco of Spain was still dead.
Okay, yeah, I don't
yes,
get
see that look is why people my age. If there's anybody my age watching this, Brian, if you're watching this,
I'm not gonna say
he gets it, right? Why? Because he's old. Well, anyway, all right. So step one in the process of teaching Nick to trade is picking out when he's going to trade and what that means, what kind of trader he's going to be. Nick is going to be a swing trader. Next time, actually, before we even get into Frank, next time we need to nail down what can Nick trade. All right, that's going to be based off of his availability, but a lot of it's going to be based off of his money. How much money do you have? I mean, do you have enough money to buy 100 shares of Apple at $234 a share? Do you have a spare $23,000 laying around? No. So maybe a swing trader of Apple stock is not in his future.
Probably
We'll
not.
find out next time. So thank you all for being here. Nick, outro us if you would.
Outro. I don't know. Here's an outro. Thanks, y'all. Have a good one. We'll be working. Are you doing your live stream still? I thought I saw a live stream
Yes.
the other day.
So there's a theme of the week. This week's theme is, if you're watching this Monday night, which would be the 10th of March. If you're watching, then the theme of this week, by the way, based on last night's video, is what do you do when your trading isn't working?
Oh,
So we introed the concept last night. Wednesday, the live stream will be a deep dive into the Bible verses that'll help you out with that, and then we'll have the newsletter based on that coming out Friday evenings instead of Saturday lunch.
okay. And then
So join us Wednesday.
I am self-proclaiming that the week after is going to be, why can't you trade, and then give you something to figure out. Why can you not trade something, or why do you not trade something?
Gotcha. I can do that. We'll see why I don't trade certain things.
I will add it to your homework. I get to give you homework now.
That's not how this works.
Yes,
Chris, cut that out. Editor,
no.
Editor, cut that out.
No.
All right. Well, thank y'all for being here.
Absolutely.
Nick, thank you for being here.
Thank you. And we will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.